Welcome everybody to another episode of Den of something. I forgot what it's called. What do we call this show?
Den of Necessity.
The Den of Necessity. There we go.
Of necessity.
Yeah. Filmed in front of a non-live crowd. For the people listening or watching, it's been about a month since we last recorded.
It's been
1 month since we been on Zoom.
Everyone's
internet turned to poop.
Happening.
That was last week or 2 weeks ago, and then this morning, or no, when I was in the shower, I was like, "Oh, what was happening? Oh yeah, this. Okay, now I know what I sort of want to do. Don't know if that's what I wanted to do a month ago, but now I know it's what I want to do now. Notes? Who needs them? But I always like to open these things up with a little bit of banter, a little bit of stuff. I just finished a book, and my whole life I thought this story was a work of fiction until I got to the end, and they're like, this was based off real events, and then the main characters were like, yeah, they helped write it. And I'm like, well, now I need to do more research on this stupid story, which was the Amityville Horror.
That is a real story. That's a really sad, real story.
I didn't realize it was a real story, because I'm like, this thing keeps getting remade by Hollywood. There's no way this thing could be real.
oops.
And then it's at the end, it's just like, yes. I thought it was all like the guy was like just role playing, and then it kept going. I'm like, whoa. It was free though. I got it off of I ran out of credits on Audible because I bought history books. Now I'm just reading free novels. So, but yeah, didn't realize Amityville Horror was a real story. Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys watched or read anything related to that?
To that, no.
I have.
Ooh.
It's just messed up, man.
It is. It's like for people who don't know, Josh and I, like, Christian backgrounds, grew up in the church and all that stuff. So it's just like reading that book. I'm like, huh. It's like, because it's like the family like use a lot of like the church they're involved with is very Catholic and stuff, and like I sat there and was like, I don't know if any like the Protestant sides, like, do they have like demonologists? I'm pretty sure they do somewhere, but I never heard about them. It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, now I'm curious, and now I reminded myself, and now I'm like, well, I'm gonna go look this up after we record this. Just add more weirdness to my own internet searches. But yeah, but I don't know. It was interesting.
No, you're good. I just was reacting to just the whole entire thing of it.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of a surprise. Did you guys ever read or interact with something where it's like, I don't know, it didn't have, where it's like, oh, this was real, or just like a surprising reaction by the time you got to the end of it?
I don't think I have.
If I have, I don't remember it very well.
Yeah. J2 already knew the end of Naruto by the time he got there. He's like, I already know what's going to happen. He's going to talk to them. They're going to surrender, become friends, and then a bigger frog or something's going to show up.
Yep, the no talk too soon.
There was something that I learned this week. And also I've been paying attention to something that was just also very, very, very funny. The thing that I learned this week is that there is this thing, because I've been like relearning Japanese. It's called, oh my God, what is it called? Basically in Japanese, what they love to do is, or like what writers will do is that they will, it's basically Japanese wordplay. What's the name of it though? They'll take like numbers and apparently like make that's what it's called, goroawase. So basically it's you can make puns off of numbers. So, for instance, you could phonetically sound out 999 in Japanese as sankyu, which would in English sound like thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, but san meaning 3 and q meaning 9, 999. So they do a whole bunch of stuff like that, and it made me realize that a whole bunch of anime characters are just based off of that, and it really broke my mind. And I didn't realize just how in front of me it was. That just like, yeah, so many of them are just, they're all stupid puns. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, just not understanding that and then putting it together. It actually ended up so doing that actually made me realize that a game had really given away the answer for like a code or something you're supposed to figure it out. I'm not going to tell what game it is, but their name pretty much gives it away if you understand what it literally means in Japanese.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Like that came really I know a lot of people were like, specifically for the game Death Stranding, because it's made by Kojima, guy for people who don't know, the guy who did Metal Gear Solid. And yeah, those names are very much on the head, as you are pretty much a mailman whose name is Sam Porter. Or no, Bridges. Sorry, because he builds bridges between people and stuff. There's another character named Fragile because, well, one, she has like it kind of she has like, she had an accident or something like that, and like has to wear a specialized suit so that way she can walk. And it's just like, she's like, yep, that's why you can't touch me, because I'm fragile. And I was like, okay, yeah, we got it. And then there's just like, everyone's like, yep, my name is a pun that makes a whole lot of, which is really clever in Japanese, but in English translations, not so much. But wait a second, I think his name is Sam Porter Bridges. Hold up, I'm looking this up. Hold on, Death Stranding. Wikipedia, open world, blah blah blah, not gameplay, setting, plot. Where's the name? Yeah, his name is Sam Porter Bridges. What an idiot. Anyway,
Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah, and like all the main hubs are called Knot Cities, or yeah, KNOT, because like that's, you're building a web. You're like pretty much rebuilding the internet. Yeah, it is one of my favorite games, but like as you look back, you're just like, this is stupid. There's another character, like I'm just like scanning through it, and there's like a character called Emily Strand, and she's like, you had to rebuild the internet. Rebuild my web. There's a dude called Heartman who just he lives like in this town, like in this complex that's like over top of this lake, and he's like, this is where this big problem happened, and like, but he's like, yep, my heart stops every like 3 minutes, and then so like I can only talk for like, I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that, and then my heart stops before the machine I make restarts it, and that's how I live my life. And I'm like, that sucks. And then like it zooms out, and it's like, oh, and the lake is also a heart, and I'm just like, man, they just really let Kojima do whatever he wanted, just like
really
these
did.
guys let me do whatever I want in a little game called Blades in the Dark. Oh man. So a quick recap, which I don't really remember everything, but these guys went to go do a job, I think, for the as I bring up everyone's character sheet so I can remember it.
Nyrex.
Yeah, we were in the... Yes.
Nyrex, yes. I realized I did not have the character sheets up like I normally do. But yes, for Nyrex, who gave them the suggestion of taking some territory, a underground market, whose name I'm forgetting until I open up this page in the book to let me know that I don't remember what it's called because the one that says there is on the map. The silver market, but I don't think it is that. I think it was like...
It was just an
the copper
underground market at the...
Yeah, I can't remember if it was named something. But anyway, they go in there, but before they get in there, I believe Kai gets recognized by the guards, and Kai's just like, go, my friends, I got this, and proceeds to...
Go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, just pummels the guards. Maybe... I don't know if death could have happened or not, but I don't think it happened, because while that's all going on and Kai was finding their way in, they met up with, let's see, I believe it was H.
Yep, H.
H, who was just like, hey, here's what we need to do, and gives them, tells them to pretty much put these two kind of, I believe it was like runes or something. I'm trying to remember. I remember they pretty much told you to like throw these 2 coins in 2 different areas, I think it was. And Veleris. No, that's not. Is that how you pronounce it? Dang it!
Veleris.
It's been a month. Hold on. I know what's throwing me off. I don't have the music here. Let me put that on while
Yeah.
There we go. While I find my notes. Veleris. I didn't even bring up my notes. I remembered it. You jerks. Yeah. I think as I said on Twitter, like in their break, it's like, yep, I can't wait for J2 to keep making more characters that I can't pronounce.
Yep, that's my strategy.
But yes, but yeah, pretty much go and do these things. And Veleris, you went and pretty much was at a stall and like kind of, I think it was like through the silver, whatever it was, into the stall, and like while I have the name right here, and I lost it. Eoin, there it is. Eoin went down to the, I have this all like written out. There it is. It was on the other side of this paper. Went down to the opera house where he ran into Milo Vale, who had a friend, which pretty much was, I believe it was a lizard, or it was like a shadow reptile. I can't remember the specific animal, which it was revealed to be a demon. And pretty much they went back and forth. Oh, I found the name of the market. It was Tin Alley.
There you go.
There we go. If only I turned this paper over earlier, I wouldn't have looked silly. But we still have more time for me to be silly. So he does that, and pretty much the Whisper meets the cultist, and they have a little bit of a battle back and forth as pretty much they all get their kind of things into the area. This bright light filters the room while Eowyn somehow has a gun, or always had a gun.
I had a gun. I had a pistol on me.
Okay.
I came
I'm
heavy.
just trying to remember.
I came loaded heavy.
That's right. And so you fired your gun into at Vale. The light goes off. The demon is gone, but so is the life of Vale. As we do that, I believe Kai comes in right at the end of that light. And now I'm totally blanked with how the episode ended. I think that was just how we ended.
How it
There
ended.
was, I think it ended there because there was supposed to be more stuff we're supposed to do now.
Yes.
It ended up me rolling a fortune roll, and I murdered. Well, and it was either if I rolled well, the person survived, and if I rolled poorly, they didn't, and I rolled poorly. And so,
yes, that's what it was. Yep. I remember that conversation. So yes, this is what happens. You guys are all in your different areas. I have a quick map here. So if I remember where everyone is, Veleris, you are in the marketplace. You are kind of in the central place of the market. Kai, you are in the Rosewater Harbor, which was the river that was going down that you guys fought in, and I believe you snuck in and started. You're like kind of at the cusp of the market, I believe.
Sounds right.
And then Eoin, you are in the Opera House. At this moment, after the light goes off, there's like, well, hold up. First, we got to put on the right music. We're not in recap music. We're in action music. I haven't heard this action music in a while. Yes. One thing I should mention for players and people that are listening, normally you don't do jobs like this. You don't normally have, normally you don't have them go for between a month in between. But normally a job is supposed to be for a session, but just the way things got handled and the way that Brightstone, which is the district that you're in, just certain things have been done. So, you guys, after this bright light and everything goes on, there's just this strange silence, and then you guys hear this, like, alarm go off. And it's, like, kind of just like, and then this kind of voice breaks over, like, this crackly, like, speaker system that's just like, Spirit Wardens and guards are coming to the market, to the alley. Spirit Wardens and guards are coming to the alley. Make scarce. Get hidden. And, like, Veleris and Kai, you guys just see, like, shops begin packing up, like, rapidly. And Eowyn, you hear this in the Opera House as well, but really, I think it's just you. I don't think H is there. I can't remember where H is.
No. H had to come into the Opera House with the other...
Oh.
So H is still
H set
there.
that up. Yeah, so... and I don't remember what H's voice was, but, yeah, but pretty much, like, they look at you and they're just like, so this could be good or bad. I'll leave it up to you. If we want, we could sneak into Sanctorium now. There's a lot of distraction, or we can just escape. By the way, just to let everyone know, the overarching goal right now, once again, like, for you guys to remember, is that, like, you guys were here to gain this territory. However, this was the gain of footing to get into the Sanctorium to get the relic that is kind of holding these ghosts at bay. At least that's what one of them was telling Eowyn.
Oh gosh. So Eowyn is just in the midst of, like, having just shot a man, going one step further than he had ever gone before, and he looks at H and he says, "Alright, let's go into the Sanctorium and do what we came here to do."
Okay, here. This is what we'll do. Go... I have to look at my map real quick. Okay, wait here. I'm gonna take care of the body. I'll see if I can try to find your friends. Or, sorry, not friends. Your partners. See if we can get them down into the... Because there's a way through the Opera House to the Sanctorium. So, give me a second. I'll ask Eowyn, like, as H kind of scuttles away, are you gonna wait, or are you gonna...
Eoin has a plan if things go awry, so yes, he's gonna wait.
Okay. Yeah, so... Veleris, what are you doing?
All right, so you missed one part of the recap. Valeris had gave the guards Costa's name and told them to meet him at a restaurant. So Valeris, in an effort not to be mean, is basically going to try to move along with the crowd. So if there's a large group of people moving in a specific direction, Valeris is going to want to kind of blend in with the crowd and kind of move in the same direction as they are, while keeping in mind that he's trying to make his way back to Eoin and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are kind of moving all over the place.
Eowyn.
Eowyn, yeah. Names are hard, man. There's people that are kind of heading towards the harbor that you came in. There's also people... I'm trying to remember who did the search. That was Eowyn that came down the elevator through the tavern, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm realizing now, I'm like, I know where I stole that idea from. That's when I was watching Hunter x Hunter. And that's like a very specific scene that happens at the beginning. Really anyway, I was like, as I said, I'm like, wait a second, I inadvertently stole that. Like all good DMs. Anyway, yeah, so there's people going there. You know that Eowyn, actually, I don't know if you know, but we're just gonna, in the sense of having a month between recordings, I'm gonna say that you know that he was in the Opera House. So if you want to make your way to him, there are people that are kind of going towards the bookshop that is like kind of the in between place, which is like a giant. It's called the bookshop, but it's like a giant underground library. If you're gonna follow the crowd, there's people going there.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and follow that crowd. Knowing that H gave him the task to put him in the coin, then I think he's gonna want to go ahead and head back to the bookshop.
Okay.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm. And Kai, you pretty much make it there, and like you see everybody, like kind of, you heard the announcement, you see everything, all the like bustle and craziness of the town, like of people moving. Like, what is your plan? Because I don't think you know about anything under here.
Nope, we walk where danger is.
Okay. Is there a check or something you want to do to see if you can find where danger is?
Correct. Yes. Can we do... I guess in some sense I'm hunting here.
Mm-hmm.
Although... I guess I could. Well, no.
You can use any skill that you want, but at the same time, it's like, it's in the book, it says, like, as tempting as it is to always use your best skills, like, not every skill would fit, but it's like, you can use whatever skill you want, so.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to use my best stuff either. Like, I've given nothing to insight, and that's why I was like, oh, well, let's try a hunt for once. You know what, screw it, I'll do it.
Okay. So, yeah, that's a 1. Like, yeah, you just, you have a point in there, so it's like you don't take a negative die.
Right. Just keep everything controlled normal?
Yeah, we'll say controlled, yeah, for standard effect. Yeah, control for standard. Because I don't think Kai is feeling the stress of the moment inside this place yet. I'm on the wrong tab where I can't
Kai doesn't
see
know
what
what
you roll.
stress is.
That's only half full. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, so success with a consequence. you actually see oh shoot, I'm blanking on Veleris's bird's name. What? Let's look at your character sheet. Do you have a name for your bird? Or is it just...
I know everybody say about the bird.
I think Valeris is trying to remember what the bird's name
Valeris does have a name for a bird, but it's been a while. Valeris looked through his notes, see what he named his bird.
Well, as soon
It's a
as
crow.
the crow, yeah, it reminds me of another story I read where they named this guy had a crow and he named it emergency food. But yeah, you see kind of Valeris's crow, just kind of it's flying like kind of in a certain direction, down, and you can't see Veleris specifically, but you can see the crow and you can see the direction that it's going through. The problem is that now, like, more and more people, at least the customers, the people who were shopping here are really starting to pack the way, and they're making it a little bit difficult, so you're not going to be able to catch up right away. But yeah, it's making traversing to get to Veleris a little bit more difficult, as it's a little bit packed and you're kind of going against the flow. Sorry, I thought something popped up on my phone and it was a lie.
It's a lie.
So Veleris, as you kind of get closer and closer to the bookstore, you see this small hooded figure kind of like pull on your sleeve and just like, hey, do you know how to get to the opera house? Your friend's there.
I know exactly who's under the hood. Valeris is gonna go, who are you?
I'm H, okay? Man.
Oh, H.
No, yes.
Good to see you again, my
yes.
friend.
Mm-hmm. I wish it was under better circumstances, but Eoin will fill you in. I gotta go find your well, the violent one.
Perfect.
So,
good luck with that
yes.
one.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fighter.
Yeah. So just if you go through this way here, you kind of they point and you see how the crowd is going all that way. Just go through the fancy doors. Eowyn will be kind of down at the end of the hallway. And that's where the opera house is. Okay? I should be there shortly.
Perfect. I'll see you when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Valeris is going to go ahead and take off to the opera house and make his way to the fancy doors.
Okay. And yeah, so and then okay, so Kai, are you like kind of just forcing your way through, or are you kind of like, do you have a plan to get through?
Oh yeah, no, the plan is either I force my way through or I'm yelling at everybody to get out of my way.
Well, which one? Because I want to roll.
I would like to yell at everybody to get out of my way.
All right. What kind of? I don't know why, but the first thing popped in my head is like, are you gonna attune to do that?
No.
This
is a straight up command.
Okay. Yeah.
Controlled?
Yeah,
or?
controlled. Well, controlled for limited effect because everybody's rushing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, what do you think Kai said? Like with a 3.
What do I think Kai says, or what PG version of what I think Kai says can I say?
What TOS friendly thing did Kai say? Yeah, well, like I just meant, yeah, Kai's just starts.
It's just yelling, "Get out of my way!" And it just like, not even make way. She's just rude about it. She's just like if there's like somebody like intent, like, you know, just like not clearing the way, she's like shoving them, and then just, you know, like yelling like, "Move, move, move!"
Mm-hmm. And like you kind of do that, and you like kind of push this like small, like, frail looking person, and it's just like, now, young woman, do you not understand who you pushed over? It is me, Nemor the Terrible, and I will show you. And, like, it's just this old man that's just, like, yelling at you now for, like, pushing him over. Yes, I will remember you. And, like, they're just starting to make a scene as people are just, like, shoving past.
Can Kai just be so not interested in what the guy says that she just kind of scoffs and keeps going?
Yeah. You're totally welcome to do so.
That is what, yeah. So Kai, like, hears the warning given and just, like, is well, not even disgusted, just so uninterested in what this old man has to say that she just continues to move forward and scoffs and moves on as she continues to try to just shove her way through the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, and as you kind of push your way through a little bit, it is very difficult, but then, like, you feel like this kind of soft hand, like, kind of just grab your arm and just kind of, like, lead you through. And it's just like, no one in your group seems to remember, but I am H. Come here. I need to take you to your friends. And so, do you follow H, or?
It's just, I'm just imagining Kai going like, no, well, I mean, I guess he did say who he is. Okay, you know what? Actually, Kai would probably then be like, wait, you know where those two are?
Yes. By the way, just to help you guys also remember, you guys don't know H's gender. Like, it is pretty much like bundles and bundles of coats and rags and, like, scarves, like, all, like, wrapped around this person.
Gotcha.
So, like, it, like, their voice could sound like a he, but they, like, you do not know, like, their gender or any physical features is very, like, well hidden, except they're small.
We'll stick with they. So Kai then grabs them and goes, oh wait, okay, so we already said you know where they are, yeah. Can Kai then just grab them by, like, the cloak or, like, all the clothing that they're wearing, and then it's just, like, essentially, like, dragging them along like a suitcase, like a rolling suitcase, and be like, tell me, like, all right, take me to where they are.
Yeah, and yeah, we can do that, and we'll just say, like, as you kind of get past that big, like, kind of block right there, like, things start to ease up a little bit, and you're able to make it there. Eoin, while all this is going on, Veleris comes through the entrance, and, well, what, did you do anything to the room or change anything? What does Veleris see when he enters?
What did H tell me when he left? When they left?
That they were saying that pretty much they know a way to get into the Sanctorium, but it's up to you guys if you want to hit the Sanctorium now, since there is a distraction, or do you guys want to escape?
Okay, no, I didn't know if, I thought H had said something about doing something with the body.
H said that once they gather pretty much the crew up, they will take care of the body.
Okay.
So
no, Eoin at this point is probably, like, sitting down next to the dead body and just, like, contemplating everything that just happened, right? And so I think while, like, Veleris was gone, like, Eoin, like, just kind of, like, strokes the dead person's face and, like, probably is, like, muttering to himself over it and just, like, looking and, like, peering. So, like, as Veleris comes in, like, Eoin is just, like, awkwardly, like, stroking the face of a dead person and, like, oh, that's how they leave. Oh.
Normal behavior.
You'd make a perfect. I can't remember his voice right now. You make a perfect. Anyway, you'd make a like. So Ewan's just saying like you would make a perfect like vessel for another. And like Veleris comes in as Eowyn is just like he still has a pistol in his one hand and is like just like caressing a dead man's face, like just kind of like studying who this person was.
Ewan, looks like you have quite the catch.
Oh, you missed a party. That's for sure.
Who was this individual?
Oi, Veleris. This was the one. The one we came to take it from. It was a cheeky one. I had a lizard friend who was a demon. I made quick work of them both.
Perfect. Seems like everything is going according to plan.
All right. And then a few minutes later, Kai comes bursting through, dragging a bundle of clothes. Okay, stop it. Let me go. Let me go. Okay.
Kai then releases and goes, "About time."
And like looks at over at Eowyn and is like, "Your friend is very rude." Anyway.
She's like that sometimes. You just gotta get under the surface of her.
So, have you made a decision? Do you want to go deeper into the Sanctorium, or do you want to escape?
I think because everyone's coming here already, no one's gonna be there looking for us. This is quite a distraction for everyone, especially now that a soul has left. Might as well come here for what we really came for. To the Sanctorium.
Is everyone agreed?
The Sanctorium we shall go.
I didn't drag you all the way here for nothing.
Yes, I regret talking to you as well. Okay. And like they kind of like shuffle over to what looks like just this statue of like kind of like those old like marble Greek statues, but this one is like it looks like a Tycherosi that is like has very much of the demon blood in them and is very like it's got like a horn coming kind of like that curls around their ear, and it's just like, but it's like in a toga, and it's like it is like a little bit like one hand is like covering half their face like in sorrow while the other one is smiling, and they just go over and just like I just need to put this here, and like pulls like the finger on the other hand that is like kind of down by its side, and you just hear dunk as its toga kind of like comes in and opens up to reveal a secret passage, and it's just like you go through here and you'll come out into the Sanctorium's main area, the place of worship. Hopefully with all the distraction there won't be a lot of people. There'll be minimum people there, or just worshippers. So to my knowledge, the artifacts, they either are kind of hidden behind, or they might have it on display. It really just depends on what you're looking for. I wasn't able to do that for you, but now's a good a time as any. But if you guys are going to go, you need to go now so I can close this up and get rid of, well, what you guys left.
And I think
you're right, friend.
Ewan just goes in.
Mm-hmm. What Valeris, what were you saying?
Valeris is going to go ahead and thank H. Why, thank you, kind friend. Hopefully one day we shall meet again soon.
Yeah, so do I.
And maybe I can take you gambling. I know of a couple of good places. You wouldn't dig.
I would appreciate that very much. And it looks over at Kai. I just don't want to hold her hand anymore.
I didn't want to hold yours either.
Okay. Now all you guys get in there. And, yeah, if you all step in there, yeah, they like, press the lever and it's just like, do not come back through this way. If you have to leave, there should be another statue very similar to the one you're going to come out of on the other side of the place you're going into. Similar, it's not the same mechanic, but there's something very similar you can find, and that will take you kind of through the underground and out. But that is all I can help you with. Good luck, my friends. And then just like cracks the finger back into place, and the stone toga kind of closes in front of you guys as H turns around. And yeah, it is dark in there, but there's like it's dark, but it's got like some weird kind of like form of like plant life. Not that is like kind of a little slightly luminescent just to like guide the area. And so it's like some weird like fern that is just kind of setting off like a dull like green glow that is just kind of just enough light for you to see the path. And like after like let's see, you guys were there, yeah, so it's like about actually, you know what, somebody roll fortune for me, whoever would like to, and that's gonna determine how quickly you are able to traverse your way through, unless there's a skill that someone would like to roll.
I had to.
I feel like prowl is good for this situation, right? Like you're walking through stuff.
Through sunshine?
Walking on
Yeah.
sunshine.
Let's see. I think there's a group thing. Group.
Or do we have one in
Group lead a group action. Let's see. Oh, look, there's a prowl thing. And you know, if you guys, we can also roll this into like if you guys want to try to sneak out as well. We can roll this all into one to see if this is what you guys want to do, to how quickly you're able to get through and sneak into this main area that you're going to come out of. But if that's not what you guys want to do, but pretty much I'll explain what the group action is, and then we can determine what we want to do from there. So the group, so each PC who is involved in making the action roll, everyone has to be making the same action, and the team counts their best result as an overall effort for everyone who rolled. However, the character that is leading the group action takes 1 stress for every PC that rolled a 1 through 3 as their best result. So, yeah, so whoever's leading it, yeah, the single runs over it. I'm trying to, it's like, I don't think everyone rolls. I think it's just one person. Or it's like, it sounds like everyone rolls, and then whoever's the highest is the one leading, covering for everybody. But yeah, if people rolled 1 through 3, then they take a stress. So, how about this? Let's because I'm trying very hard not to tell you guys what to do, what you guys want to roll, but let's do a fortune roll just to see how quickly you're able to traverse through the dark, and then we'll do skill checks as we get into there, because really there's no serious danger here.
All right, let me hit this
Okay.
fortune roll.
Okay. I think you have to give yourself 1 die, by the way.
Okay, hold on, let me go back. Do that again.
Because I think 0 will do 2 and lower. Which
Okay. Fortune 1. Submit.
And we have a 2. Yeah, so it's you guys are having a very tough time, like having your eyes adjust to the light and the ferns and everything, especially with all the action. So it takes you probably closer to the 20-minute side to get to the end, with a little bit of not mechanical or level 1 harm of scrapes and cuts, but just more theatrical scrapes and cuts as you guys kind of bump into the walls and stuff.
Got me
But
some
you
flavor
guys
cuts.
There we go. That was the word I was looking for. Flavor kits. Flavored like barbecue chicken. Anyway, you guys are there, and you guys can see kind of light coming into there as there seems to be some sort of peepholes that you guys can look out into the sanctuary. And yeah, you guys, it seems quiet. It doesn't seem like there's any movement going on that you can notice from your view, but like from there, whoever's looking through, you guys won't require a check from this, is that you just see kind of like these stone pews just lining this this stone building. Like it doesn't look like there's a lot of comfort in this place. I think if I remember correctly, this is, as I open up the book, yes, this is a cathedral that is dedicated to the Church of the Ecstasy of Flesh. So like you see like pretty much just all these like kind of stone seats that do not look comfortable, but there's like these kind of crimson kind of banners that or tapestries that are there with like purple edging on it, as like it looks like each face is like this contorted version of an emotion. That's from what you can see. So like it looks like one looks like happiness and one looks like sadness and one looks like anger, and that's as much as you guys can see from there. But yeah, it's up to you. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, we're peeking
Veleris,
into
what
the
do you want
space?
to do? Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
We're peeking into the space.
Yeah, you guys can see all that for free. So, and there, you don't see any from just basic kind of getting up there. You don't see or hear any movement. So,
Okay.
let me ask you this: as a group, do you guys want to sneak in, or do you guys are just going in? Like, are you guys going? Are you guys going fast? I know what one person would be saying.
Well, I think Eoin agrees with Kai on this one, right? Like everybody's already going to the alley that we know of, and so I don't think there's time to waste right now. Like this was opportune. Like we don't need to sneak here because we just created a huge diversion by like killing a person and like all of the fighting that just happened with Kai. That everyone's going to the tin alley, so I think we go quick and fast through.
All right, everyone in agreement with that? Well,
I think Veleris is going to want to kind of hang back and approach the situation kind of sort of cautiously, while trying to kind of sort of remain out in the shadows, where if the other two are noticed, then he necessarily will have an opportunity to kind of rearrange his strategy in terms of approach.
okay. So you're gonna let Kai and Eoin kind of go in first, and then clean up behind them react to whatever happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys hit the button, you open up, and it's like the grinding stone that you heard like from the Tychorisi toga is not there. It is like kind of this like soft, like kind of sliding door. Still stone, and as you step out, like you see like what looks like pretty much like this woman holding like a cauldron, and like you can see like this greenish kind of like smog is just like residing in there, and kind of you guys couldn't see it, but it's like it was like kind of like how dry ice is, like how it has that like vapor and smoke, that like dry, it's kind of given that like dry ice, but it's like kind of this bubbling green fluid, or it's thicker than fluid. It's like almost like between like a jello and a liquid, like Nickelodeon slime.
Keep it going.
But yes, so and you guys can see, as H was mentioning, there is another statue, but of a man with a cauldron over, holding a cauldron, but this one actually it's still green, same effect and everything. But as you guys kind of charge in there, you guys can see pretty much you were kind of like a third from the entrance. So like over to your left, you see like the giant stone doors that if you guys would know of as the main entrances to the Sanctorium. But then on your right, you see like all these like stone benches kind of and pews going up as you get to this kind of like this altar place that is like a giant pit into the ground, and that has kind of that same effect as the smog smoke kind of bubbling and pouring out of it. But what you guys see is there looks like this this person there that is in this finery, in this getup, very like kind of bishop-esque, as but it's like a kind of like this orange robe, as he's like chanting something, or not chanting, but he's just like doing some sort of like ritualistic prayer or something. He's not being very loud or exuberant with it, so you guys can't super make out, but like from what you guys can hear a little bit is like you can't make out everything, but he's just like, and the soul shall be hidden and kept in the earth, and like it's stuff kind of like weird cryptic garbage. By the way, I'm also going to say, since I've been letting everyone know of everything I'm stealing from, I just finished the Resident Evil 4 remake, so take it as you will. Yeah, so, yeah, you guys see this dude there, just, yeah, just doing his thing. He hasn't noticed you yet. It seems like he is in, like, caught up in his reverie. So what would you guys like to do?
There any crates nearby I can throw at him?
There's a wooden, not wooden. There's a stone pew. But like he has his back to you, so but there's still a pretty good distance. But let's see. Like I don't want to keep. I'm just gonna roll. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna. I don't have D6s with me, so here I'm just gonna roll. I don't want to keep going through the whole roll fortune, so I'm just gonna. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's like there are like kind of. It looks like kind of either like small tables and stuff, but they are like this heavy steel not steel, but this like metal contraptions that look sharp and very intricate, but also like if they're heavy, but like just from the looks of it, like you could probably like Kai could probably pick it up, but it'd be an effort.
Who would say that, I don't know, crazy Kai Zyrath wouldn't, I don't know, pick up the wooden pew just, because she could, and let's say yeet it at this hymn singing monk. Let's say we lived in that world.
Okay. Yeah. I misspoke when I said wooden, but it is a stone pew. But if you want to do that,
stone.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop you. What are you rolling for that?
Wow, is this wreck or is this well, it's not skirmish, it's definitely wreck.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Let's see. It is now I'm drawing blanket. Let's see. It was I think this is going to be risky. And I'm going to say limited effect because you are still pretty far away if you're just you're just grabbing a pew, but it's also heavy. So go ahead. That's what you got to do.
Risky, limited effect, and yeet.
Okay, so yeah, you run over and you are able to grab this pew and you lift it over your head and you begin to chuck it, but it only goes it doesn't even make it past the second or third stone pew, but it is very loud as this man in his is broken out of his worship and his bright orange robes turn around and he's like, who are you vandals? What are you doing to my church? Or are you just lost souls?
Tired of your boring singing.
Did my mother send you?
No, but I'll send you back to her.
Sir, you're not a sir, madam. I don't understand why how'd you even get in here? The services are over.
Kai twirls her blade in her hand and just says, "Does it really matter at this time?"
It does matter. It's if whatever you need help with, and he's slowly coming towards you. It's is there something wrong? Is there something you need help with? Eoin, what are you doing?
So how close is this person to me?
They're still pretty. They're if you are 1/3 in there, they're just kind of coming off the kind of the altar place where that giant pit is. They're probably maybe let's just say just to give you guys imagery, there's about 30 rows in here, and it's split up into 10 rows per section. So they're kind of just kind of a couple rows into the 10 rows closest to the altar and everything. And there's it's also split up by kind of support columns that are kind of going up from the ground that are very intricately carved into. You also see on the side there looks like some doors that kind of lead, that not outward, but kind of not to the outside, but to what you can assume from just kind of placement and everything into deeper recesses of the Sanctorium. But he's still he's kind of coming down the center aisle, pretty much about, we'll say about kind of row 5 or something like that. So you guys are maybe a couple rows into the second section.
So Eoin is going to basically say command to this priest. He's going to say something along the lines of, "Oi, I'll listen to the lady if I were you. If not, you might not like what's going to happen." And let's see what happens. Oh, no, that didn't come up. Hold on. No, I took one away. Ah,
Yeah, I was like, why is your command disappearing?
I don't know. I didn't know I had to click the thing. Sorry. So what situation are we in? Position?
This is definitely risky for limited.
Okay. Net. Did it? Do. Whoa! How many? Did
Okay, that's a. I don't know what it would be.
Why did it give me 5?
I don't know.
Hold on. Do you want me to do it again? Sorry.
Yeah, just do it again.
That was weird. Risky. Limited. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Oh, gotcha. Shoot.
There we go. Okay, nothing changed.
I was like, same result.
Yeah. And he's like, I will not be taught like this in this matter. Where did you guys come from? Are you guys... Oh, no. And, like, his face begins to go pale. You're like, you're from the alert. And, like, he begins to turn around and starts running towards the back up to the place. Veleris, what are you doing? You hear all this, and I'll say you can see everything from your standpoint.
Okay, so Veleris is gonna kind of lurk in the shadows. Basically, he's gonna try to remain undetected and wait for his opportunity to strike once he gets a proper assessment of the situation. So he's begun to move into the space, but not necessarily being out in the open. He's more so lurking behind the pews and just kind of staying out of sight and out of mind as he's wanting to make his way towards that center space where that bishop was at.
Okay. Yeah, the bishop is running away from you though, so like you saw everything that just happened, like so you have a good assessment. So if you give me a roll like to stay hidden and all that.
He's gonna
whatever you think would fit best.
roll prowl.
All right.
Right, in terms of position.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't even know you're there, so we'll say standard for I forgot all of the roll things. Standard for whatever the basic one is, the normal thing. Actually, for great effect. For great effect. He has no clue that you're there. So standard for great effect. Oh my goodness, the dice hate you guys. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not been great tonight.
Yeah, so like as you're doing that, maybe like pretty much somebody left a goblet out for something, and you hit that, and it's just this loud clatter, and he like turns around, and is like, "Oh, there's more!" And
I'm gonna go ahead and burn a special armor to resist consequences from detection.
Okay, is that
part of Veleris' special abilities, Shadow?
all right? Let's read Shadow. You may spend your special armor to resist a consequence. Okay, there you go. Exactly as it says. From detection, which are creating measures to push yourself. Yeah, for athletics or stealth. So yeah, maybe like you see the goblet fall, and you like catch it with your foot real quick before it makes a sound. Yeah. So yeah, you are in a position where you can see everything. Kai, what are you doing as this person isn't listening and running back up the altar?
This is for me.
Yeah. What are you
sorry.
doing?
I didn't hear.
Oh no, it's all good.
I was like listening, and I was waiting. I was like, Kai, no. So they're running back to the altar. I mean, this is a chase down for Kai. Kai's bloodthirsty.
Okay. So.
But I guess I do want to keep this person alive too. So it's not exactly like. You know what? You know what? Like, insight might as well hunt, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Like if
Because I want to see if I can possibly pin him down and let's see if we can get some information.
okay. Yeah, roll hunt. I'm gonna say this desperate. Desperate where limited effect. Mainly just because of the distance that is between you guys. And make sure you mark XP for desperate action.
Yeah. Oh, let's go! Oh,
yes.
You love it. Oh, and you love to see it.
No, I don't. No. No. Yeah, but pretty much like this man, like he turns around and he's like kind of gets a little bit tangled in his like kind of his robes, his bright orange robes, and like he goes and it looks like he's like running and like I just imagine the camera's just like kind of his like POV right now, and you just hear his heartbeat like, and it's just like you hear his breathing. He's like, and he reaches out for this like what looks like this kind of corded rope that's just hanging from kind of just the back, as all of a sudden this hand reaches around, grabs him by the head, and just slams him on the ground. You didn't hurt him, because that's what you said you want to do, but they're definitely held. But like he is definitely surprised, and he's like screaming and everything. But what you see when you come up here is that in the ground, in these like glass coverings, are 3 kind of bones. One is a skull that is painted green. There is this kind of long, kind of like I forget like an arm bone. I'm like, I forget the name of that.
Radius or ulna?
Sure. The radius. Which one's the radius?
Radius is the one that turns.
That's what the bone between the.
The radius is the front one. The ulna is the back.
How about this? Well, it's like both. It's like kind of, but
Both.
It's both there.
BOF, both.
Yes. That is like kind of still a little bit connected, and that is painted. The skull is painted green. That is painted kind of this blue color, and then there is a third bone, which is not the thigh, but the lower bone. That's the one, but your lower leg.
The thigh bone's connected to the lower bone.
Is that the shin?
The shin, calf, yeah.
Yeah, there's like the shin still connected to the ankle that is
Fibia
painted.
tibia.
This tibia, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, bones. That is painted like this this red color, and it's like there's like kind of like they're in these glass containers that are encircled around this bubbling dark murky green liquid. Viscous, is that the right word? I don't know. Any poop.
Viscous. It's a good word.
I'm gonna look it up while I ask what you want to do as you hold this man down.
I'm actually going to continue to hold down, and I actually am going to call out to Eoin. It's Eoin, correct?
Whatever. It could be Owen, Eoin. However, he didn't care.
That guy with the funny voice.
I'll go Owen because that's actually probably how it's supposed to be pronounced. So Kai will essentially put this. What are we calling him? A monk?
You can call him whatever you want right now. It's just this dude. I think I called him a bishop. So if you want to call him a bishop,
I'm putting my child in a no. So essentially, the bishop is now being held down and incapacitated. So essentially, Kai is like grapevining, and then like got him in a headlock, and it's just calling out the Eoin to go ahead and take control.
So Eowyn's coming over, and as he comes over, he puts on his fine spirit mask, and he pulls out a vial of electroplasm. And so Kai's holding him down, and he comes over to this man, and he pops the top off of the vial, and he says, "No, you're gonna tell me where the item is I'm looking for, or you're gonna have a very bad experience today." And he, like, pulls down the jaw of this guy and just starts, like, tilting it towards him and goes, "So, are you gonna tell me where this... what are you looking for again? Where this artifact is? Where this, sigil?"
I think it was an artifact, a talisman.
Yeah.
Like,
"You're gonna tell me where this talisman is, or I'm gonna make you regret every choice you've ever made."
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, seriously, you guys came in here and you started yelling. I don't even remember if this was my right voice, but this is my scared voice now.
Eoin just dumps it in his mouth.
Okay. I don't think that should be a roll for that because he's restrained and everything. Do you have the description of what Quicksilver does?
It's not Quicksilver. It's electroplasm.
Oh,
I'm literally
electroplasm.
dumping electroplasm into his mouth.
Do you have a description of what electroplasm? Oh wait, here I got the drugs right. No, electroplasm. Oh yeah, you got that from a job. It's like straight liquid electricity.
It is straight liquid electricity. It's the same thing I poisoned the dogs with.
Yeah. But Agar Crag won. Yeah, so like as soon as you pour this in there, like his eyes like shoot open and like you just the pretty much like he begins convulsing and screaming as like his like kind of lightning and static is just like coursing through his body, kind of like similar to when Luke gets forced lightning. As I always remember that scene because I saw the lightning on Luke's teeth and I'm like, that doesn't seem fun. But yeah, you see it like the lightning kind of just like arcing like all over his body and begins convulsing, and it becomes extremely difficult to keep holding him down. So Kai, if you want to keep holding him, you're gonna have to do some form of roll to do this. But he is, it is not easy right now.
I am willing for magic to be my downfall. It's fine. No, Kai, I mean, like, the way I like to play Kai is that Kai is just a brute who doesn't really care. But, like, in this situation, I'm like, this is one where it kind of makes sense for Kai to let go.
Okay.
I don't know how many times you've witnessed someone have electroplasm poured down their throat, but this is probably a weird situation.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm kind of going to let go now.
I remember when I stuck my finger into a plugged-in lamp without the light bulb in it, but that's a different story.
And you're still alive to tell it.
Yeah. I think I have lightning powers now. But yeah, so pretty much all that is happening, and like he is just screaming at the top of his lungs, like in pain and suffering, as you see like smoke coming out of like his ears and nose and like, I don't know, tear ducts. Why not? Veleris, I don't think you see this because maybe the hulking frame of, well, no, Kai isn't. I think she's not super huge. She's not tall. She's built and muscular, so maybe.
Excuse me, Kai is 5'10", thank you.
Okay. Not huge. No. No. But yeah, we'll say the wide back of Kai is covering a clear sight of it. But yeah, what would you like to do?
All right. So the bishop is screaming.
Yes, like he is in pain. You heard everything, Eowyn. You heard the conversation, but like you don't have a clear line of sight like these other two guys do. And if we were in a different game, I would have made them roll sanity. But we're not in those games. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, so there's a chalice, right?
That's what you kind of knocked over. That it was this chalice. It looked like. Yeah, it looks like a fancy drink cup.
Okay. If this was the Hisson one, would it be heavy enough to knock him down? Like, what material properties is the cup made out of?
I was imagining like a metal. So it is a metal, and it's like I had just imagined Brightstone. Everything is just super like gaudy and fancy. So it is like I don't know. I don't know why the first thing that popped in my head was medieval times, but I don't think they have metal goblets there. But at least for the normal people. But it's like the thing is like it's the Church of the Ecstasy of Flesh, and I just in my head I picture that as pure hedonism. So yeah, it is like this silver kind of. It's a heavy for a cup, kind of polished silver. With I don't know, it looks like a little bit of like a red liquid still in there with a little bit of like finery going through there. I don't know, maybe somebody just left it there, but yeah, it's there.
Okay, Veleris is gonna go ahead and pick up the chalice, stand up from where he's from, take off running towards the pew, and is gonna go ahead and chuck the chalice and try to clock the bishop in the head. That way, it hopefully knocks him out, because he is making an awfully lot of noise right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, I need a roll for that.
Yep. So Veleris are gonna go ahead and roll hunt.
I have the wrong character sheet up. There we go. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna say this is desperate. For standard effect though, if you get him, it's he ain't doing good, but it is it is trying to get everything out of the way. Oh, you rolled hunt. Kai rolled hunt, and I was like, oh, you rolled a 6. Well, you added up to a 6. Okay, so you throw this, and it. Well, the way I kind of set the scene, you kind of like clock Kai in like the shoulder, like, and it doesn't hit the bishop. But yeah, so Kai, you have a heavy goblet just like kind of smashed into your shoulder.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you get a harm from that. but yeah, so like you don't hit that, but then what also happens is like as you throw the goblet, you hear like Bishop Brown, as there seems to be this like person in like kind of this white robe that came out of one of the side doors and like sees what's happening, hears the screams, and she's just like oh, and just slams the door closed, and like you don't know where she went.
Have you two lost it? Shut them up. You're making quite the ruckus.
Hey, you heard him. So what do you guys like to do? Eowyn, you're the one that started this whole thing, or started the fun torture scenes. So
Yeah.
Jack Bauer would be proud. But what is your next
I
step?
should say he's the reason he's being tortured right now because he decided not to tell me anything. He's going to pull out his bone dagger and he's going to just put it right into this part of his body to stop him from making noise.
All right, he's still fully feeling the electroplasm right now, so it's gonna be really difficult for him to do that. But go ahead. Are you gonna say anything to him, or are you just gonna poking him with a knife?
No, he's just going to say, "This is on you, mate."
All right. And give me a roll.
Trying to think what would even be. So every time he's ever attacked, it's with study because he's studying like the body of the person and where he wants to put it. So he's. Oh, come on, stop doing that. All right, study. So what you said? This was desperate.
I didn't say anything yet.
Oh.
I didn't know what you were rolling.
So I'm gonna roll study. I'm looking for the right spot on his throat to just so basically he's going for like right here, that like under the jaw part that goes like right up into the brain to just stop him.
Oh, you're just straight up murdering him.
Yes.
Okay.
Eowyn's already done it once, so he's not.
He had the
right
taste
now.
for blood. All right. Yeah. No, this is definitely desperate for standard effect.
All right, here we go.
And remember, if you guys want bonus die, you can push yourself by taking 2 stress, or there's also devil bargains. I just saw that on the character sheet and I just remembered it.
We're gonna run with this, and then I will come for a devil's bargain if we need it. Dang it! Too late for a devil's bargain.
Yep, you had to do that before. Oh. So, well, actually, you wanted to murder. So, I think what happens is you go to push it, and then he just convulses, and he's just like, "No, I don't know what you want." As, like, the knife kind of just, like, goes up his jaw and, like, kind of just digs into this, as like, kind of this blood kind of starts pooling out of his face. But he's still alive, and it looks like the electroplasm is the effect is starting to die down. He's still having like tremors, but he's just like, it looks like he's gained his wits a little bit, and he's going to try to push you off of him, which I'm gonna say with that roll, he does, and like your knife is knocked from your hand across the floor as he's starting to attempt to get up. Kai, what are you gonna do from this?
If he's attempting to get up, then, well, how bad did I get? How bad was? Well, I mean, I took no damage from it. Was it just like I shrugged off the damage? It
hurt, but I'm not going to give you a harm from that. If you were the one that threw it,
it'd be different.
Yeah, but I gave a different kind of consequence for Veleris's 1 through 3. So,
can I then, seeing that Eowyn couldn't put him away, Kai will dash over and attempt to use her wrestling prowess to, do I want to subdue or kill this person?
That's up to you.
Let's go with, like, I want to, like, I don't want to kill, but I don't know if subdue is the word. I kind of want to give him a concussion.
Hey.
like enough where it's like he'll resist fighting and just chill out, but enough where it's like it was also very painful and it looks cool, and maybe, I don't know, he bled out of his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, what are you rolling?
Kai is an artist when it comes to violence. A skirmish.
Skirmish. Okay. Yeah. Feel free to do that, and that will be, I'm gonna say, risky for limit effect if you're trying to knock him out.
Okay. Do it.
Yeah, so maybe he, like, right as you try to, like, kind of grab him, he has, like, another kind of, like, tremor as he kind of, like, his like, body contorts in, like, a strange way where he's able to slip out, and, like, he, like, kind of, maybe, like, you make a little bit of contact, but it pushes him back as, like, he kind of falls back, and he's like, I don't know what you guys are looking for, but I know who will find you. And he pulls this cord, as this alarm, kind of, not an alarm, but it's just like, you guys have heard the church bells, but this one is like a different tone, where it's like, rather than like these like somber things, this one is like a heavy like
It's dubstep.
Yeah, well, my throat also was like, I need water, stop making noises. But it's just like yeah, but it's just like this bassy bell that just rings out, that is like, you don't hear, like, you guys don't ever remember hearing.
It looked like it is time for us to go. We must find what we need to find and get out of here.
I don't even know what you are looking for.
All right, so Eoin is going to flash back to a conversation that he had with... Oh, I'm trying to even think who I would have talked to. He's going to flash back to basically a map of, like, it's a crude map of the layout and where this talisman could be, based off of what I think the ghost told him of where it is inside of the. So we'll add 2 stress to me.
Well, what yeah, so you're just trying to find, like, remember the information for everything?
Well, no, so like,
or
so I'm adding something to, like, my items, but explaining it by...
Oh, okay, so you found
that's kind of cool.
Okay, so yeah, you're finding the map.
Yeah, so
okay,
like, adrenaline has, like, died down a little bit here, like, realizations are hitting me, and I flash back to sitting in my room with this fine spirit bottle with the spirit that talks to me, as we're going over the plan of, like, where this talisman is within the Sanctorium, since he's the one who told me about it, and I'm asking all of the questions of, like, what the layout looks like within it. I'm sure that there's even, like, things I can study about, like, what the Sanctorium looks like on the inside. And so we have this, like, crudely drawn map that may or may not be the correct location of where this talisman might be held.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, I think I would also imagine you're asking them, and then, like, you ask him this question, like, oh, what am I looking for? And like, he's able to give you a little bit of, like, kind of the map and stuff, but then, like, he says kind of like, the well guarded by 3 is what you need to do. Break the seals, and then we'll be free.
Break the seals? And so then I like, as I'm like pulling this piece of paper out of my pocket, I like tell Kai and Veleris, all right, oh know what, we got enemy, boys, but we gotta get this done.
And as you look at that map, the descriptions and everything look very much like the gurgling pool of green liquid surrounded by these bones.
And I think what Eowyn's gonna say is, all right, each of us take one of these bones.
All right, it is covered by glass. So, and it looks kind of like a heavy, kind of thick glass where it doesn't look like in normal ways to be broken by force, but as you guys just saw, you guys have stress, or if you're going to use force, yeah, we can see what you got. But yeah, what since Eowyn had this flashback and Kai, and like also throw this in there, like when you kind of have this recognition, like the are you guys doing anything with the bishop?
Valeris is gonna go ahead and yell out, "You two, we must keep him. He is going to be our way out." And basically he's gonna send his crow to begin to look for the entrance and try to track it down. So as soon as they are wrapped up here, they have a means of escaping.
Okay. Yep. So, we'll just say your crow is looking for the other thing as H told you, according to, and so yeah, we'll say it's just gonna take some time depending on how fast everything else goes. Unless there's, can your bird like do a search, or how about we'll cover that when we. We can cover that in a second. We'll say the bird is doing a survey of the place, not like mechanical survey, but is searching. What is Veleris going to do? Like or is that what Veleris is going to do? Just kind of tell the bird to go look, and then we can do a survey roll for the bird. Well, sorry, I keep telling you what to roll.
Yeah. So Veleris is going to go ahead and use mind link on his bird. So he can telepathically communicate with it and also be able to see and hear and sense what exactly the bird is sensing. And so he's basically going to have the bird look for the entrance. And that's going to be his primary, or the exit. And that's going to be his primary objective right now.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay,
what do you think?
So he's going to roll...
And just because I kept saying survey, you don't have to do survey. You're doing on? No problem. I don't think the bird is feeling super stressed. So I'm going to say... Well, no, it's still everything going on. You guys, if you're mind linked, you guys are probably sharing stuff. So we're going to say risky for standard effect.
And Valeris is going to go ahead and push himself.
All right. Yeah, so that will be 2 streets. Okay, a 4 and a 5. There we go. So, yeah, the crow like begins circling around the room and everything, as it begins looking, and it comes up to the statue of the man and begins kind of pecking at it, and looking at it's just like doing like just kind of staring at that, but like with that, like the The bishop just sees where your crow's back, and it's like, you get away from there, and as he kind of gets up with like more strength to like go and chase the bird away, but it's still far away, and for some reason he's trying to get like, he still has to pass all you guys, but he's starting to become a little bit aggressive.
Okay, so the statue's in the same room that we're in, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, it's the statue of the man holding the cauldron. Yeah, so all that's going on. Kai, what would you like to do?
Well, if I must restrain the bishop, then, because he's going to be the key to us getting out of here, I could just do not to be trifled with, but we can just bypass all of that. But where is the fun? I'm gonna push myself and roll a skirmish. Or wait, no, I could, because you can also do a flashback too. What if I did a flashback to? Because I've been desperately trying so hard to keep this bishop down, and granted, I did have him down at one point, but then we did the electroplasm and then had to let him go. But now all of a sudden I'm finding that I'm struggling to keep this guy down. So Kai flashes back to a point in her training in which she remembers her battles with Chael. That's right, because that's my arch nemesis name. And she suddenly remembers the infamous hold that she's been trying to like perfect for a while, but it's a move that's called the Koji clutch. So essentially it's where you're you pretty much hook your leg around the person's neck, and then you hook that person's hands, you hook your hands behind their head, and then you pretty much crush down the other leg on top of that. So it's just like a giant like chokehold, and it's just causing pressure by constantly just pushing down like that, and it like ceases them from moving as well. So I want to use a flashback to go back to remembering that technique, and then applying it here to essentially hold the bishop down, because if we're going to need him later, I want to make sure we kind of secure that. So however much stress I need for that.
I think 2 stress is fine. How about this? If you take 3 stress, you just do it. Like you like, because you're already kind of paying it with stress rather than with a roll. So like, and like, so you can have this flash of inspiration, just like, oh, kind of like in Ratatouille when the dude goes and eats the ratatouille. And you can, if you want to. Yeah, so, like, if 2, you just want to remember it and do a roll, or 3, if you just want to remember and just do it.
Kai's going to need a lot of drinks. Let's go. 3.
Okay. Oh, I thought you already marked 2. Okay.
No, I just marked 3.
Okay, yep, so...
I was at 4 before, now I'm at 7.
Okay, yep. People were saying I wasn't handing out enough stress. At least one person did. But yeah, so yeah, you have him in there. I want you to roll a fortune roll for me.
If you say so, Captain.
Give yourself an extra die. So yeah, 2 rolled 2.
Whoop. Yeet.
All right. Yep. You were real close there. So, yeah, no, you get him and you put him in this hold, and within like just the combination of pretty much being drinking liquid electricity, stabbed in the face, the stress of everything else, within like a couple seconds, like he just goes limp. He's still breathing, but it probably doesn't have to be a stretch of imagination what would have been if you rolled a 3 or lower. But yeah, he is like just like it having like ragged breath as he's just unconscious. So with that, Eowyn, what would you like to do?
So these glass things that are around the bones, what does it look like would take to like either break them or move them from being on top of the stuff?
Yeah, so it is thick glass, so it is it looks like it's kind of somehow set within the stone somehow. So like if you have some sort of like, I don't know, like hammer, or find something there, or if like I don't know if you have pretty much anything to like, because I know you have a bunch of weird vials of stuff.
I've got two more items to burn. So
yeah, so like I don't know if you're able to pretty much create some sort of like thing with your items to create like an acid or something, but yeah, pretty much you feel like you can try to melt them or just try to destroy.
So Eoin takes his cloak off, revealing that revealing on his back he has a sledgehammer.
Now it makes sense why he was having so much trouble. All right.
And Eowyn is going to man. This character is not built for any of these things. At all.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
Oh, this is the downside, though. I have 2 stress left, and then I have a trauma. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
It doesn't always have to be stress.
What's the devil's bargain here? To use this sledgehammer and break some glass.
I'll give you an extra die in rec. I don't know why I said rec. Whatever you're going to use, you can have an extra die in it. But if you roll a 1 or 3, you're going to get a level 2 harm of pretty much, I think it somehow like you're gonna hurt yourself in some way.
Let's take it.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. This is a sucky thing. So he's gonna do study again, because that's like what he does, right? Like, so he's looking at this. He's looking for what he thinks is the stress point of the glass, and he rears up with this hammer and he brings it down. I get an extra dice on this. What is my position?
I think, yeah, let's say, well, this is definitely, I think this is desperate. Definitely desperate. And
all right, so desperate.
Yeah, for standard effect.
Okay. And then we'll add the bonus die, and
that's a 5. I see a 5 in there. And so
let's go.
Yeah, so you hit this right like in the kind of where you just see like where the glass ripples a little bit, and like you hit it like with all your force, and it's just like Kai's like, that was it. As like all of a sudden like it's just like, and like this crack goes in it as like it breaks enough so that way you're able to like get your hand in there and pull the rest of this glass out. It's like a couple inches thick, maybe like 2 to 3 inches.
Okay.
Which one were you taking out? There was the skull, the arm, and the leg.
I think he was going to start with the skull.
Okay, the green skull. Yep. So, yeah. Are you pulling the skull out?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that, and you notice like there seems to be a little bit of extra rippling in the murky green liquid. Veleris, what would you like to do?
Okay, is the glass thick enough for bullet penetration?
Yeah, I think that is an option.
Okay, so Veleris is going to go ahead and take out his fine pair of pistols. And it's going to go ahead and take a shot at it.
Okay. As I remember to give you the thing. So, I think this is going to be risky for standard effect.
Perfect.
Oh, that's a double crit? Or that's not a double crit, that is a crit. So this is what I'm going to say happens. It's like you, with one gun, you have a pair of pistols, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so with one gun, you just aim fire at the blue arm and the glass just shatters. And with your other gun, after seeing that, just point towards the leg. I forgot what color I said the leg was. Blue. I think it was red. Green. Yeah, red. The red leg, and like same thing. And the glass has shattered. On both of those containers.
Perfect. Valeris is going to want to go ahead and retrieve both the items.
Okay. Yep. And you, as you pull them out, like it is like the murmur within the water becomes violent. And Eoin, do you have the spirit bottle with the voice in it?
No, we didn't bring him.
I said the
we
voice.
Didn't bring him.
That's
He's still back at the
You didn't
apartment.
bring him? Okay.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, no problem.
That's like the size of a loaf
So-
of bread. I don't know if he would have brought the spirit with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, this water begins to violently shake and like bubbles out, and it looks pretty much like a rolling boil, as all three of you guys hear is like, the seal has been broken and we shall be free. And then like it kind of begins boiling over as like this, you guys can feel the heat as like this chorus of whispers and voices become free and everything. Yeah, you guys have everything. Well, Kai, you are still kind of hugging hugging the bishop. But yeah, you guys, I'll leave it up to you now. You guys know where the exit's supposed to be. But this water is coming out fast, and it's not going to cause any actual harm. But you said that you're on the ground, and maybe a little bit splashes on you, Kai, and you like it burns. Like it is a hot, like scalding liquid, but not enough to actually cause harm. So you're
enough of a warning.
Yes, you're like, uh-oh. Ouchies.
How bad do we need this bishop? I just remember there was an instruction of like we had to keep him, but I do remember that we like it was the green liquid and then like the bones and stuff. But we don't necessarily need the bishop, do we?
He's seen too much. Take him out.
Easy enough. Kai will then essentially roll out of the hold and just kind of, I guess like a judo toss the bishop like right where she just was, where like the liquid kind of dropped, and just allow it to evaporate the bishop, and then just start beelining it out of there.
Yeah, so you throw the bishop in there, and like he is unconscious, so it is quiet and silent, this liquefaction of this man. But yes, the fluid and the thing is coming out fast. So what do you guys you guys all go over to the thing, but no one has figured out how to open up this thing. The other statue.
Veleris is gonna go ahead and try to pull the finger, see what it does.
All right. Which finger? Actually, hold on. Let me. There, I just realized what I said, and then that wouldn't make sense, because it's like, it's kind of like how Atlas holds the. Oh, here, I'll wait for Josh to reconnect, and then as soon as he's back. Okay, you can hear me, buddy? Josh? You just disconnected for a sec, so I didn't want to like. Okay.
Give me a second.
Yep. Alright. So,
okay, I think I'm back on.
Okay.
Everything got real spotty.
Yep. I didn't want to. Yeah. So, pretty much this statue, it's like, kind of like how Atlas holds the world. The like kind of the showing that, but so like both his hands though, instead of like Atlas gripping the globe, it is like kind of holding and this thing on his shoulder, so you wouldn't be able to reach his fingers per se easily. But you know what, we said that the bird was pecking, and it's pecking on the right foot.
Alright, so Veleris is gonna go ahead and pull up on the right foot. Or
Alright.
gonna see if the foot will pull up, and if not, he's gonna try the toes.
Yeah, the foot looks pretty solid, but the toes do, for some reason, are very well detailed. We know where this guy would be if he had the internet, who created this statue. But anyway. Who knows? Maybe there will be a WikiFeet article about this statue. But anyway, how about, yeah, if you're gonna, well, here's a line I didn't think I was gonna be saying on a recorded thing. If you're gonna pull a toe, give me a fortune roll.
Yep, Veleris is gonna go ahead and get some toe action.
As we wait, and okay, yeah. So it's you're able to first toe. It is the. I wish I had a. Let's see, right there. Okay, it is the fourth toe, and like you kind of push it as it depresses into the ground, as like a door kind of opens up like on its side, as you guys see the exit and go through, if you so wish. Is everyone going out?
Yeah.
Kai is ready to get the hell up out of here.
Okay. Nope. I just saw everyone's thing. But anyway, don't worry, Josh, if you can still hear us, because this is the end of this session. And next week will be our final. Oh, he connected again. There's 2 of them.
There's you.
Recording in
Hold on.
progress.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Let me leave the other one.
Oh,
Stupid crap. All right.
there we go. It's all good. Okay, I'll do a quick recap for you. They pressed the 4th toe, and we said these toes were quite immaculate, that someone maybe in the future would put them in feet wikis. But
I saw toe
anyway,
action for the win.
yes, so he rolled a fortune roll, he pressed the 4th toe, it depressed, and the door, like kind of very similar to the previous statue, there's like kind of slides open, and this kind of tight hallway goes through, and I'm assuming everyone is going through.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the other 2 said they're going through.
100%.
Everyone's going through. Alright, and then shortly after, the door closes behind you, as all you guys can hear in the quiet hallway is this bubbling liquid and shouts. And next week, for the people watching this, I don't know if it's actually going to be next week for us, we are going to have our final session, the finale, which is going to be kind of like, I think, a little bit of a modified downtime. But because let's just say things have happened. So
I done did something.
thank everyone did stuff. So thank you all for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. Join us next week for the final episode of the Den of Necessity season 1. Hopefully there will be a season 2. We'll see in the future, but until next time, talk to y'all later. Peace.
Peace.